I still have my two guests with me in the studio. Yes, Pastor Mike Omorogbe and Okoro Osahon Obari. Both of them will be talking on this particular topic from their own perspective. You know, believe it or leave it, or believe it or not, Edo State 2024 is seriously around the corner. We just can't help but to talk about it. This time I'm taking a look at Checkmating Calumny. You get to hear so many things that might not be true, that even might be true, but it's not the right time to say such. Attacking the character of perceived opponent, discrediting perceived opponent, both with truth and lies, allegations and counter-allegation. How is it affecting the process? What should be on the ground to checkmate such? Because right now, some are saying propaganda, scandal is the core of politics. If you don't want to get burnt, don't get close to the kitchen, because politics or politicking is a huge kitchen that has lots and lots of fire and smoke. If you can't take the smoke, if you can't take the hate, what are you doing in the first place in the kitchen? All right. I want to start off with Okoro Osahon Obaraye. You are a grassroots politician and you are not a neophyte or new to the game of calumny in politics, especially the politics in Edo State. How come it's still rearing its ugly head even at this particular point in time?
Thank you so much, brother. I think, first of all, it's a privilege to sit with my very eloquent leader here to discuss politics. Truth be told, you cannot take politics of calumny away from the Nigeria type of politics. Are you getting it now? It goes, are you persuading? They follow each other. The reason being that I'm sorry to say this, 80% of the people that plays the game are not educationally balanced. First, and it's also not, they don't have that, what it takes to play the game. If you want to know how, if you didn't know Reverend before, and you want to know him, tell him to go and contest for councillor. Then you will know where he was born, his first girlfriend, how he lived his life. Those people, I once had a leader who live in the highbrow of GRA, sprawling estate. In 2006, I met with him that I wanted to contest for councillor, and he told me one thing. After we finished talking, and he said, pray for me not to lie on you, old man of my father's age.
You should pray for you not to lie on your head.
Let me speak our dialect what he said. He said, as in pray for me not to lie.
Against you.
Against you. And I thought he was joking. And later I now noticed that that's his way. And later I now told you that that's his own type. That when he lies on you, before you start denying it, he comes, he overtakes you and leave. Are you getting? So there are some people that just believe to say, okay, once you come, they'll just tell you, hey, wish your Masha. You don't know him now. Don't you know that he was a courtist in 1982? The person does not even know you before. Then by the time you start denying to say, me, how, when, the person just come, overtake and leaves. And people want to believe the negativity of somebody. Nobody wants to believe about the sound mind of that person. So that is why you see that most of our leaders, president leaders today, governors, commissioners, senators, before they come to the office, they have good friends who advise them on what to do, how to go. Immediately they win. Those people that believe in politics of calumny walks in. Say, good morning, sir. You know that man that suffered with you all over. I just left where he is now, and this was what he told me. That you never helped him, that you are this, you are that. It takes the grace of God for that person, that maybe the new governor now or the new senator, to now come, forgetting all the stress you took with he or she during the campaign. I said, how will Wilson say that type of issue? He won't call you again. And when you call, they'll busy your call. When you come to the house, the security detail will tell you Oga not there. You now, there's a space, a gap for you to ask, for him to ask. You also leave. I start telling people, a bad person, all the walk around. I go in place, open gate. So you can see that the thing is already spreading.
Spreading is building.
It's building. The people that now also saw you truly working with him, and the way he start acting to you, now say, this person is bad. But for all Wilson did, you can believe that Wilson went to his house. Somebody has said something. The man did not take time to ask.
Check.
We also have some leaders who will tell you, if you don't want me to ask the person you're telling me about, don't tell me. But those people, our politicians don't like them, because once you come to their place, they'll tell you, you are telling me about Reverend, just wait. They put the call. Reverend, Obaye say, look at what he's telling me. The phone is on speaker. Reverend will say, when did I tell you? You see Obaye will just will never come back again. By so doing, people that lie will start running away from that person to know that this person, we can't penetrate him with lies. But how many of our so-called leaders will have that bold nature to say, let's do that? Most of them also most of them love believing. Ask that to people who tell you to say, it's why we just go at TV, you just go to speak English, and that one go pay them. Most say I go take on get something for our politics. Forgetting that even some of us don't even believe that you people are the one to benefit, because who God wants, if God gives position, God gives life, not man. If it was man, people would believe. So politics of calumny, if we try to separate both, I'm sure one will die, because they are two using the same heart, the same kidney, the same head, the same leg. You cannot dissect both of them.
You can't separate them.
No, you can't, because we have leaders with fallow and shallow mind who believe once you just bring that issue, and those people don't have any other issue. You see them before 6, 7, they're already in your doormat to come and tell you what they never saw. I met with a friend a few days ago who told me that a former local government chairman who did not help me, he's now blind. I said, my friend blind? How my friend be blind? I don't know. He said, go and ask now. I called my friend, and that one said, how will he be blind? He's not blind though. I'm like, why will you say my friend is blind? He said, is he not blind? If he's blind, how come he didn't help you when he was local government chairman? So, but when you said he didn't say that, he just said he has gone blind. So think of it that if he was not my friend, I will live there. Yes, I will live there and say, that man is blind though. The spirit is already spreading. For what never happened. Just because of hatred that maybe you went to his place, you didn't see him.
All right.
So you can see that try to say it's not what is good, but separating it is hard.
It's hard. All right, I'll come back to it. Well, Reverend, did you heard him? Campaign of Calumny, the people can just get up and just coin up 1 or 2 stories against an opponent, and bam, it spreads like wildfire. Take it up from there.
I think it was an American, former American president that said, I think so, that a lie will go around the globe twice before the truth puts on clothes. So before the truth gets up, the lie has gone around. People have ears for sensational things. The more sensational it sounds, the more people want to believe it. If it's truth, many times people even doubt it. So it's easier to deceive people with the truth, with a lie, than even try to communicate truth to people. And human beings are emotional hearers. And like somebody said, perception is reality. The way you see it is the way you believe it. If you don't, that's it. So the issue of campaign of calumny cannot cease. The reason, like he said, the reason it can't cease is that it is a strategy. He just told you that it's a strategy in politics. I would even say that Nigeria's case is even a little bit better than the Western world.
Oh, really?
In a sense. Let me tell you what I mean. There are some things you will say about a leader in Nigeria, for example. I say, he's so and so and so, and people will say, so what? Is that my problem? Sometimes you even say some things about a pastor. This pastor, this is saying, so what? So long as he does a big church or whatever, what's the problem? So the ease at which we forgive certain kinds of lies told against people here is even higher. If it's abroad, once the truth comes up about you, or even a lie, once something in your past jumps up, that can practically cripple your politics. It can make sure that you will never fly because people got to know either a truth or a truth bent or whatever. So we find it. My advice is, like my brother here was saying, that many leaders at times they are a bit shallow, or they don't want to dig and all of that. I think the followers are even worse. They find it even easier to believe things. And I always say, sometimes when I write on Facebook and all of that, I say, never believe everything you read on Facebook. Because in the first place, the person putting it there may not even be sure. He's just reposting what he was told.
Copy and paste.
Copy and paste. I've challenged people before. Somebody said, XYZ is dead. The first thing I do is I go to Google, which is in almost everybody's phone, and I check, and I discover the man is alive. I come back and say, what's the proof of this? And he said, yes, somebody told me. Well, confirm before you repost, because once you repost, other people who are not capable of interrogating the things you are saying will begin to believe it. And once they believe it, it damages the image of the person. Some people realize that damaging image is very important. Some people use it as a strategy. Some people also use the reverse of it. If they realize that, okay, this is the image that people have about this politician or this person or the other, they now begin to use both media and sensationalism and all of that to alter it, so that the perception that people have of that particular person will be altered in favor of the person. You cannot stop campaigning. It's bad, like you said, it's bad, but you can't stop it because it's a political strategy.
But if you take a look at situation right now, some will get so affected that they'll be tempted to sue. Because some of these allegations, like what both we agree to, are blatant lies. And right now, it's beginning to rear its head in Edo politics. You get to hear things like you stole money, things like billions was given to you in form of loan, but that which you ought to use it for, you did not. You swindled that money, you squandered that money, used for your own personal gain. And that's one of the allegations leveled against our governor. You come again to the candidates, you get to realize that some will be like, this person don't have to speak our language. He cannot communicate. You go to articulate the person's result. He's an olodo in quotes. I mean, all these things coming out, is really helping us right now, Barayi.
You can see that we are all the three, we are trying to say the same thing. Yes. Not that it's helpful, but I think IPA as a teacher,
yes,
has laid it down.
Yes.
It's a political strategy. And I also told you that one of my political leaders in Nigeria, another one at Medical Stores Road, a very sound politician, told me that if somebody wants to overtake in politics, quickly look for something to lie. Quickly just, that person will be distracted politically. Quickly, then you just
overtake.
Yeah, that is their way. That is how they do it. They don't.
You cannot stop it.
No. They don't. All those. If I just telling you about somebody's death, no, they can tell you. They can think of anything to tell you. They will just sit there in their closet and say, okay, what are you going to fly down now? This one is good. Once they say it, boom, because of their caliber of person, you don't need to doubt. I'm telling people for about 70-something years, they've held positions before. You presented us in one place or the other. They will just say it. You say, who's your master? Who told you it's in Nigeria? Go and check where now. It's from Cameroon. What's it? I say, no, I'm not from Cameroon. You already say you are not from Cameroon. The person is already going. Those issues will take you time to be denied. No, you're at a press conference. Hello, I'm Monsieur Amasha. This is my mother. This is my father. They have never been working on TV. I don't know Cameroon. I've not been to Cameroon. That person is already going. Most probably, maybe you want to contest a position, or you want to be given a position, or they see that you are very close to the person that wants to be of help to them. So they quickly bring it up to dash anything they want to dash. And immediately, that's why you see, immediately after the election, all of them come back again to sit down, laugh over it. Immediately, they hardly before you see anybody playing politics in Nigeria or Edo that are political enemies. They are not. They know that what we are telling each other is not true, but we need it to move on. That is just it. Some people even pay their media people stipends to say, help us look for things to just tell people. and you hear them saying I'm sure you've seen some. They will go and do this photo issue.
Shop, yes.
And maybe Photoshop something and see, put you in the hotel or with a lady, a prostitute, just to say this is you. So there is no way you will not get attention to it. That attention is what they want, to defy you or to take you away from focus what they want to do. So if you, someone like me, I'm not sure there's anything you tell me politically now that I will want to listen to, because I learned it very, very early. I learned it as I sat with them when I knew that, okay, this is their strategy, okay, it's good, okay, this is how they do it, okay, once they know, okay, they want to give, if Reverend Moore, but they will give money when election is coming, because he knows the governor, okay, they will not say, didn't you hear that Reverend Moore sold his father's house to smoke drug?
Just to create that distrust.
Yes, I don't know, Reverend Moore, but he's drug, sold the father's house. Maybe that the person that want to not give him money to say, person that won't give money, let's say Papa house to smoke. That one might never even ask again. So one of all those liars will not come to say, no, I was not the one that said so. They have been the one saying it. But I'm sure he did that. Just to make sure, if you also, let me also just shock you. Do you know that this politics of calumny does not, the ones that are not the people of low political profile, it's not connected to them. You cannot hear political followers telling you, because they are already down. Those that are up are the ones they use all those ones to rob. You cannot go and hear that somebody is telling you where with your master's result. No, what is their business with you? But tell them tomorrow you want to contest. Then somebody will tell you how you first went to Gary school and what drove you from Gary school. How come your slate was not having a good G? And you don't say, me, I never even went, they will tell you, no, this is how it happened. And they are so good at it to look of how to, it's their job. And 80% of these people, they are not politically progressive. Because the said so-called leaders also know them. That this person is coming. They know them. In 2016 or the formation of Grace Group.
Yeah.
I was a youth leader. I was privileged to hear our leader saying, we have to give this guy to one boss to help us start singing this Grace Group story. And the other person said, yes, you will fit it. You know, he knows how to waste something, he knows how to lie. So let him just go and be distracting people with this issue. And truly, the guy succeeded perfectly on that job. We just take the bus, go to market, and tell you, are you still listening? Our money is finished. Oh. No money in the market again. No money for market women. He kept doing it. People started listening. And that was the end. Because that's his job. But after that job, the leaders don't sit down to remember people like that. Because his job has been done. That's your job. They know that if they also risk it to take you in to become a commissioner or a special advisor, they are finished. They are finished. So they know yours is, if you give him a boss, 200 million, 100 million, this job, he's going to do it perfectly. That's his own. So do it and fence him out. By the time he finishes doing that, we come in, take it and eat it. So if they also are aware that this thing they are doing is not good, I'm sure they should stop it. But I'm not sure they can also stop it, because they also do. You can hear people now saying, I'm not even looking for position, come and give me money. I don't want anything again, come and just pay me so I know what I want to work for. Those are the people you have to be wary of. Those are the people you have to be scared of. People telling you that just come and pay me. Why would somebody come and pay you? Why not ask for what this person can do? Why ask for he doesn't know how to speak, or why ask for this is his defect? Why not look at the advantage of an individual? Why must we always, because we are looking for defect, because somebody wants to contest election, you start looking for this man, if Papa not be Benin, na Yoruba, he don't be na Yoruba. And the man held various positions before, and nobody said he was Yoruba. Now he wants to be governor. People are already telling you, no, even this name is not an Edo name. No, we know. It was in this town people told you that Oyego is not an Edo name. And they changed it to Oyego Media. It was in this town. I get it now. People changed it and carved it. The man, he said, is not an Edo man. Still now, after that incident of Oyegu, the man is still here and nothing happened again.
All right.
I get it now.
Yes.
This time, it was in this studio, I'm sure this chair, that Akpata sat down, trying to explain to people, na Benima Abio, na Benima Abio. Do I need to tell you I'm a Benima? But let me see my posters outside tomorrow. People will tell you that don't you know ITV was paying. Don't you know it's a staff of ITV? And I want to tell you, say, you want to. You know, we don't pay. I'm already distracted.
Started. All right, Reverend.
That's why I told you it's a political strategy.
Now, Reverend, but someone saying that sometimes what we call calumny, a campaign of calumny, there are just stark truth that you just can't shy away from it. That the information are legit, they are correct. The question now is, even if it's legit and correct, why would they choose to bring it out when you are there trying to vie for office?
Yeah, I think it goes right back to what we have already said. It's a strategy. The Beninese will say, it doesn't matter how you kill your enemy, so long as you kill him. I mean, it's your target is that he should die. So whether you, or like somebody said, there are different ways of killing a rat that is inside a calabash without killing a calabash. You can turn water inside, you can starve it to death, you can put fire inside, all kinds of things. So it's in every society. You remember, for example, that even the former American President Trump, at a time said that Obama was not an American. He said it. It's credited with that. He said so many things. They are strategies. When it is the truth, if you have skeletons in your cupboard, unfortunately, it's going to be used against you during elections because people are going to dig up debt as much as possible. They are going to put it in the face of the people. But like I said before, in this part of the world, somehow there's even a little bit of being fortunate because the manner we process truth that happen to be negative in the life of a person here, it's not exactly the way the Western world does. And I dare also say, even that is changing. Sometimes you can blow up a story about somebody and say, this person did this when he was so and so, so and so. It all depends on how the media of your opponent handles it. They can pick up that same information, turn it around, and becomes a plus. That happens often. And you made a statement when you were talking that, okay, going to litigation and all of that. Problem with litigation is, apart from the fact that the case is going to drag on, litigations are things that, when it comes to somebody saying you did something and you didn't do it, it's a 50-50 thing. At times, it's even negative. Negative for you because you are only almost making it more popular. I'll give you a case of the Erisco, story that's on now. I mean, many people are saying if the man had just known, he would have just pretended as if nobody put that thing on Facebook. And it would have fizzled away. Only God knows the millions of negative things that are said about people and things all over social media on a daily basis. So sometimes you have to be smart and say, okay, let it die, let it slide, let it just go. Because if I answer, now I'm drawing more attention. I've heard that the thing has gone a little bit international now and all of that. And this doesn't produce positive publicity for the firm. So sometimes people just say, no, forget about litigation. Then like he has said, very eloquently said, those doing it and those being done against know very well that we all know that it is not true. I used to discuss with a very prominent, he's a politician, a chief in Benin and all of that. One day we were talking and he said, look, he said, when I know that you're going to tell a lie against me, I'll bring a bigger one first.
You bring a bigger one?
Bigger one. And I'll put it down. And then by the time you are trying to bring yourself out of that big one, I'll be looking at you. He said, take note. Now, he's a very conscientized person. He said, take note. When we both come before, he mentioned either the palace or some form of maybe a spiritual environment where he will say, you say the truth, let me also say the truth. Because the one I have said,
so let's complain.
We know that it's not true, you understand? So that's just it. It's a game. It's a strategy. Like he also said, immediately the entire thing is over. Those that have won, those that have lost. They always come together and they even tease about it. They even joke with it. You said this, you said that. The people that suffer actually are the people out on the field who don't know what is behind the scene. People who they can actually go out and start fighting. people who spread the story, people who believe everything that is being said. They are the ones. They are the ones that need to be more guided, almost like read between the lines, dig deeper, and then take their decisions on the basis of not just what they hear, but what they're able to dig up. Because that's it. You know, years ago, Nigeria can play a match far away in Algeria or whatever. We won't even hear the news of the match until maybe like 3 days later. The follower of football, those days, national football, not club side. So those days we are waiting. When are we going to hear about the match? Radio can't say nothing. We say it's later. You know, so oh, we won, oh, we lost. But now, real time, as they are playing the match, we are all using different devices. So information you just drop now spreads, and to just keep going. And like we said before, it is usually the bad one that moves faster than the good one. That's just...
All right, but why are the populace so gullible? Why do they just believe everything they hear? Sometimes they don't even take out time to do any research. Say, yeah, this person is a, yes, he's a, that person is a devil, yes, he's a devil. What is behind their psyche from your own analysis, especially in political era?
If you watch, or the questions you are asking,
yes,
jotting down and read back, you know that we've answered it. I told you that the facet where we are, that we are not in University of Benin or lecturing us now. Politics is where everybody think and carry, comes in, market to anybody. So anything you just tell them, they can't wait.
They can't wait.
They can't. I was sitting somewhere and they told me that this man one contest council, you know, say cow when bring call word now that machine put cow come. Can somebody carry it? I'm telling you, he was there. I'm sure Usu is hearing me now. He said, no matter what, that he brought another council person to see me. The other one was my friend. I said, but this guy that he said, no, that one when we want to do carry cow come our meeting and he put her for machine, carry cow. I wanted to believe, but I just saw it on my own. It doesn't make sense. Can my cow will carry a cow? No matter how small the cow is, no matter. So the next I said, and that as I said, man, no matter though that the cow was not big, but not the one they use on carry machine. So you can see how just to make sure the thing goes down. Wow. Your candidate could not bring a cow, but the one somebody else was brought on a bike. Just to make sure that that person is down. Then I said that, but okay, you poke out someone. He said, yeah. He said, I should not mind that one. That one that went to, that somebody told you that he's so far from St. Matthew. So far. So they start bringing things. And because of, if you also know that what we are trying to say now, though it also happens within their academia, but it does not fly well. Because you just, people, there's nothing you want to tell me now that I hardly believe. I like somebody acting that script to me. And if I leave, I'll call you. Sometimes I do call you. Yeah. Just to verify information. I will tell you that this is what I heard. Even when I'm sitting, I want, then that's why I want to tell you, ITV said, not me not saying it. They show people at Obagi. Even when I pass through Obagi, I will see that, man, because of my feet, don't go to Obagi, don't go to Amabao, they are killing people. I bow my head at Amaba. I go there and I don't see guns. So if I come out, people don't die for Amaba finish. They don't die for Amaba. But I'm just leaving Amaba now. Where is the fight ongoing? But when they will tell you in their where they are sitting down, you just think as is this war happening in Edo that we are not aware? So, but once you say it, market women will just go once they get home to their husband. Amaba, they say now about 70 people don't die. And she says they begin kill people, they begin shoot people. Then they live here, take it to their people in overseas. Those ones will not tell you, I want to come to Nigeria, I won't come again, or there's war in Benin. Those ones did not ask, did not verify. They now go to their Facebook page. Rest in peace, those that died in Amaba. You know, is it not the Amaba that I stay, or is it not the Benin that we are, the people are just saying this? So, what me I must also try to see or say is that it's not what since we are discussing politics of calumny, that is it's an heading on its own that you cannot take vote away. Leader has told you that it's even worse off in the Western world. But it's here. Why? It's we've also mentioned people that is their job. As they have friends that if you tell me you want to contest election today, we must also bring them in. We must bring them in because what we must bring them in is that it makes even you popular. Those people I'm telling you now, few of them has cars. Most don't have cars. They trek. As they are trekking, they keep. You just like Jehovah's Witness. They spread your message. If you tell them take this money is for negative, they'll tell you, don't you know why we see wearing black cap on ITV every time? You know, they're cultists now. So I know you. Oh, that means they tell you go ask. They will call you and say, why are you saying that? Already you are distracted. Because you already know it's yours. You have so many cars, you start dropping your car. Yeah. The next thing you know, say the person will tell you, not since you want to tell us cultists, don't drop car. Not me they tell you now. You don't say now why you don't drop the car. It's not because so you got they follow you bumper to bumper. They sit down to which line we want to talk now every day. Just the way you are thinking of what is your next week topic. Yes. They are already thinking of what to hit up next week. So also expect you might also hear that God Obaseki stole plane. That the place he was supposed to buy at Benin Airport is stolen. They will bring it, they will cover the place and tell you this is what he did. But it takes a bold-hearted leader to listen and to forget. That is why you see that this in-house fight, both in the political space and in the government circle, the executive circle, go and sit down properly, was not really done by both people. Citing the case of Oshomole or Obaseki, both of them might not have met where quarrel happened. Followers came in between, told Oshomole, Obaseki, I say my talker, say you know good. All the airport you help on you say me come bring money. They leave Oshomole's place, wrote to Obaseki. I went there, Oshomole said, whatever he tells you, if you don't do it, you are finished. Two of them tried. Nobody want to ask each other. This one calls and this one banks this one's phone. And this one calls, this one banks this one's phone. That is the end. The leader started. Then now, people are not happy. New followers come. Same in same PDP. Because these are people that me, I know. When you see them now talking or laughing, you know, nothing really happened. If you ask both of them now, what happened?
They were looking at you.
Physically or verbally, nothing happened. But just to listen, they opened their ear for people to come in to say one or two things to them and not acting as a good leader to call. I've told you, any leader that you see that has been on the political space since 1999 did not wave. Go and see. They don't have multitude of people following them. Once you call them, their phone is on speaker. They'll tell you, don't go. We say, come back. You said more best. Let me call him in your presence. Don't need. Say, you will not go back there. They never. That's the last day you are going there because your heart is broken. This person didn't believe you. You've been disgraced. So that's the end.
All right.
So that type of leader, you see that people don't want to come near them. Because why? You know that you cannot break into them to lie. But 40-50% of the leaders we have, after in the morning like this, in their closet drinking, when those people bring lies, they are relaxed, listening to those things. Nobody want to ask to say, should I ask Wilson or should I not ask Wilson? Because if we keep asking people to say, Reverend said so, don't ask it in reverence back because you might not say it. If I live here and I can't tell you what I said.
Say, it's true.
You are the one that tell me, Oba said so. So say it in his presence to say quickly, and you see that people start running away from it. And it will also weigh it down if we ask questions in people's presence.
We have the political parties, according to INEC, contested in this election, Reverend. And they had concluded last week that over just a little bit above half have shown their candidates and all that. As waiting for others to meet a deadline. You just name it. But like saying that this is the political parties. Some are saying that we just have 3-horse race. Others are saying no, we have close to 5 or 6 and all that. Do you think that this kind of campaign is affecting the input or output of these parties?
The campaign of calumny, you mean?
Yes.
If that was affecting the output of the parties, or if that was stopping some of them from bringing candidates?
All inclusive.
Well, anybody that, like you said before, if you can't stand the heat, don't go to the kitchen. The day you got up and said, I'm a member of a political party, the essence of a political party is they define a political party as a group of persons that want to legitimately take over power. That's what it is. Not illegitimately, but legitimately. And they do this through different kinds of strategies. Number one, they can contest. Number two, they can team up with other political parties and all of that. So the moment you set up a political party, your target is you want to get power. The moment your target is you want to get power, you should expect that people will come at you. You can't be an attacker on the football pitch and think that defenders will fold their hands and be looking at you. And they don't pursue people that are not with the ball. Once you are with the ball, you are a target. Nobody runs after those who are not, unless they anticipate that the ball is coming to you. That's another reason they can also, you understand? So, but the man with the ball is the man that, like this, we say in Africa, you don't find a tree that has no fruits that people throw stones at. So if there is any indication whatsoever that you are a candidate, and let me say this, you are a candidate, politics in those states in Nigeria has evolved and developed over time. Yeah. Those days, if you cannot win an election, we'll consider you as a nobody. But nowadays, all the 3, 4, or 5 major political parties that want to run for Edo State governorship in this 2024, those ones are also going to have to reach out to the other smaller political parties. True. And say, join me, do this, do that. And an aggregation of all of those ones will boost your own position. You can imagine, for example, if you were to say, okay, by mental assessment, you could say, okay, PDP, APC are the frontliners, you understand. Maybe the very next one might be something like LP on the basis of perhaps the performance at the national level and all of that, not necessarily because the party itself has come of age in terms of holding forth. Okay, so if you look at that, imagine if the LP candidates were able to get all the other smaller political parties to back them up. Certainly the top 2 contenders are going to like, look, I hope we are safe, because that is how it happens. This one goes to this one. So if a party, political party, a politician or whatever, a contestant shies away because of campaign of calumny, that means that it wasn't ready to go into politics in the first place. There is a very funny saying among people that say the first thing that a prostitute removes from his eyes is shame. It comes with the game. Yeah. If you must go along that negative line, then you must first keep shame. Because definitely you are going to meet with people that know you, people that you know. You're going to meet with all those kinds of things. If you know you can't stand the shame, then you certainly shouldn't go into it. If you can't stand politics, the lies in politics, the truths in politics, then just don't go into it. So I don't think that's what's making them to pull out. It comes with the entire terrain.
No, now, do you share his view? Because right now we have, as I said, we have 16, but the numbers are not up to 16 that I'm like, presenting a candidate. Is it about calumny or just to prevent it from getting towards them, or they have other reasons why they've not submitted their candidates, so to speak?
It should be told from the political angle. Yes. The rest are not serious.
Not serious? How?
Very, very not serious now. We can both team up and form a political party today, and we form it. He becomes the candidate. I become the deputy, or beg you to become deputy. And we start, because we know we have popularity, we start showcasing. Our main target and main aim is to see how one of those big weeks we call to us to say, come and support. Are you getting it? And by the time they call us to come and support, go and bring your car. We tell you, when I'm coming, I come with my children, my friends, come you when it comes. I will tell you the rest are home. We have over 3,000, 5,000 people. And the next thing we sign the memorandum of understanding to say, okay, if I win, you do this, and when you do this, you support. So the rest always wait for that, how they can see their gains. Yeah, because contesting an election is not a shy play. Yeah. I told you, and I'll say it again, APC, PDP, Labour, those 3 of them, for primaries, they spend over 500 million each. For primaries, 500 million was spent by the 3 parties. There's no, it was before a governorship candidate was about 8 years ago that they come and drop 500,000. Now that is not the money for House of Assembly and maybe reps. Now it's $1 million when you go anywhere. But now, for instance, it's about 5 million, 2 million, 3 million. You now drop in visitation, and you have about 100 something wards you are going to pass. You have about, let's use those as a case study, 77 wards and 7 local governments. You are going to pass through all of them to see various leaders. You cannot be going to, let's say, Ward 7 now. You don't go see the leaders first before going. You are not going to bop in there. If you are going to go to Ward 7, let's say on Tuesday, by today, this evening, you are quickly going to see the leaders. So say, please, leaders, I'll be coming on Tuesday. Please, where am I going to do it? This is 1 million. Please help me use it to gather before I come. And when you now come, those leaders will not tell you they didn't gather. Those leaders will just call through, come and also going again. Leaders, thank you for a job well done. This and that 2 million, this 5 million. Those money does have receipt. Political money, you don't issue receipt on it. Are you getting?
You just give it out.
You don't issue receipt on it. You don't issue receipt. So these other parties you are saying, how are they going to do this? It was in this town you also saw where a governorship aspirant bought Sienna. That Sienna, plus or minus, go and ask. None is 5 or 6 million. Are you getting? He bought 18 for the 18 local government. If you have bought 18 for the 18 local government chairman, there are some leaders that might have gotten healers without you not knowing. There are some leaders that might have gotten maybe a land at Amaba without you not knowing. Those are not what you see. The rest are what you can see. Before they don't say, okay, for that reason, we support you. Those were not issued with receipts. So these issues are given to you. You are going to have coordinators in each unit. Like now they are doing unit executive, 27, and collecting their account details. So they are going to send 5,000, 10,000 to them as stipend before the election. So if these are going to be running concurrently, continuously, what do you a party, maybe ZLP, want to come out?
Don't check any party right now.
No, I'm just giving
example. Okay.
Example.
All right.
How can you now bankroll such a very I'm also citing you now. Don't let us go far. For an advert on ITV for 1 month, I don't want to exaggerate it, before news, during news, or after news. For 1 month, I know ITV will not collect 3 million. I know it. They won't. So that is not, and you're going to do it before September. From September, the last quarter is going to also raise it. For you to put a billboard or ring road, all those big ones you see, it's about 3 to 4 million monthly. The one up you are seeing, those are not what you joke with. Those are big issues. So before somebody will tell you I want to contest for governor, even to print poster, I told you, the red poster of Senate you saw, Vanetta Aswen did. Red, it was red. He dressed on the royal for Senate. Was 16 million in Lagos, 18 million in Benin. And it was done about 6 times or 4 times. These are not, I'm not telling you, I'm giving you facts. So for you to, if a Senate did that, are you expecting a governorship candidate to come and print a crusade poster?
All right.
You should do something better than that.
To what he said.
Yes, I wanted to add this. Yes. I think it also has to do with like he said, the evolution of our political parties. He started by saying, 3 of us can come together, form a political party. And then, so what happens in this part of the world is political parties are formed from top down, whereas the ideal is should be from down up. When it's from down up, then you already have a body of persons that feel the same way about governance, that now elected a leader among themselves. The first thing they have is a population. Now, once they have that population, they are now able to, that's why in some parts of the world, a political party does not want to get state seat. They don't want to get national seat. They are satisfied with being in one particular ward or being in one particular territory, and they are controlling that territory. They are not big enough to say we want to be president, want to have a presidential, but they are big enough to control the territory they are in. If you want to become governor, you will have to come and see them. And then they will discuss with you. But they are already existing. They are not set up because an election is coming. Like he said, many of these ones that couldn't provide any candidate is that these things were orchestrated maybe like a year, 2 years, 3 years ago, targeting this 2024 so that they can collect some things and then go to sleep again until another political era comes in which there's going to be elections. So you're
saying that they're just like, seasonal politicians?
They are. No doubt about that. Wow. No doubt about that. They are not. They don't have structure. They don't have a pattern that functions and all of that. It's a problem here. We don't have independent candidacy. I think that's what they call it, where one person can just come up and say, okay, I want to run for governor. I don't belong to a political party or whatever. You have to be in a political party. And political parties, they're supposed to have a structure. So, like I said, we can come together and form a party. We may not even have any members. We just make a lot of noise, and then convince by gathering maybe our church members or our friends, family, and say, these are the people who vote for you. What will you do by the time you win? Say, okay, we'll give you commissioner position. All right, it's a trade-off. We'll do a memorandum of understanding or whatever, and then that is it. So that's why some of those ones are not really serious about going for governorship or whatever. They just want to be what somebody called it as cell leaders.
Oh, cell leaders. Some of you have been saying that they are not serious. Now, Reverend, taking a look at political parties going through serious issues. APC, PDP, LP, NNPP, ZLP, you just name it. It's like each political parties have one issue or the other. Is this related to campaign of calumny within the party itself, or is just something else breaking them apart?
Well, let me just immediately almost parry the question. I'm not too abreast when it comes to the internal operations of each of the parties, but I'm aware that coming up, so most likely, I think my brother here will be in a better position to say, but let me just make a statement. I'm aware, for example, that in PDP, bringing in the man that is a flag bearer certainly ruffled the party itself, because perhaps the so-called old PDP would have preferred that they would have a say in who is thrown up. I think the incumbent seems to be more interested in bringing in somebody, and that's that. In APC, there were also some rumbles. In fact, they had to do their primaries almost two times. So they did the first time, but they had to do it again but I think they are closer to resolution now, because the two major persons that seem to have come up have, I think one of them is governor, the other one is deputy
running mate,
in terms of running mate and all of that. Then in LP, there's also this rift that is internal. I'm not so clear what it is, but I do know that the person who has come up now doesn't seem to enjoy all of the support of some other wing in that particular party, and that's all there. Then, interestingly, too, the two major parties are going with the ASA agenda. I guess the APC had to follow suit because the PDP seemed to have been frontal about that and all of that. Maybe it's a strategy to ensure that they too can get a lot of votes from within. The only major party that is not along that line now is the LP, that is feeding somebody from Edo South and all of that. So it's not the campaign of calumny is not necessarily what I think is responsible for what's happening right now. I think what's happening is just the normal grabbing for power that is bound to happen in every political party, especially the political parties as they stand. Because, for example, APC has had people moving in and out. PDP, in the past 8 years, has what looks like a new administration, because 8 years ago, the current leadership of the PDP as it stands wasn't what was existing. We all know the story of how the present governor had to move away from APC into PDP because he couldn't get a ticket over that way. And so that has greatly, maybe let's say, shattered or changed what seemed to have been the reasonable amount of unity that I see as well in this state. And so I see the PDP has had at some point. So that's, I don't think it's the campaign of calumny that is causing.
All right, over to you now, Bara. He said he doesn't think it's a campaign of calumny that really caused what is happening in these political parties. Do you differ with this view?
No, I can't. It's not a campaign of calumny. It's the political Korean Maggi.
Oh, Korean Maggi.
Yes. We need to mix before the election is set proper. That is what it happens. It won't happen next year. You won't see it happen. Everything will be stagnant. But now these things need to happen. We Tamais have done. I told you, the first one is campaign for primaries. After primaries, campaign for election. After election, court. That is the Nigeria way of
politicking.
Yes, you must add it to it. It's not, you cannot shy away from the last one. So if you make mistake during the campaign, you settle it during election. After election, you head to the court for finalization of the issue. The truth remains that a power has digested it so well. What he said, he has said it perfectly well. There have been issues in the three major political parties participating in the forthcoming election. I think for that of APC, he has also said it, which is the truth. The settlement is already coming. You know, why that one also has the advantage is that people will not want to quarrel, because you know that even if you don't get anything, there is federal government there that will give you an appointment or something. So you will not just want to get annoyed to say you don't want to settle. You want to settle because it will be a privilege for you to have the president calling you to say, sit down, what is your problem, let's settle, let's go forward. So for that one, settlement will always come and be perfectly done there. Why for the PDP? I think the present candidate is also doing well, but he should do better in trying to see how to talk to other people that was in the race. Are you getting it now? Because if they're in politics, on the day of election, a madman with a voter's card is far better than a professor, a doctor that does not have a voter's card. On the day of election, a madman, just call him and he shows you a voter's card. It is better you hold him, even when he's holding to say he wants to vote, than a man that will come and speak English to you, and you ask him if he voter's card. He tells you, no, I don't believe in. I don't believe in the process. I don't believe in this process. You know, this process is he starts speaking English. You tell him to walk away, and you hold him madman. So he should do his best to see how best to talk to those people. Are you getting it now? Because actually, you cannot beat a man and tell a man not to cry. You can't do it at the same time. Nobody, they might have seen that, okay, all what we've done, all what we've been doing, because, you know, a power also told us that if politics is about structure, and to keep a structure or oil a structure is one of the hardest topics in politics. That's why you see somebody telling you that since 1999 he has been there, even without position. Go and be scared of those type of people, because for them to still have friends, it goes to tell you there's something he does to keep that cycle of friends. For him to still have people, he can tell you to say, go to so and so place, tell them I sent you. The person will tell you. He goes to tell you this person has been doing something for that friendship to hold. I get it now. So you must not say, no, who it be? I not think do anything, no. I get it now. People play spoiler role a lot. And on the day of election, I also told you, you will not be there. You as a governorship candidate, you are in your unit, you are in your ward. The man you said should get out, should go and die, is in his unit, is in his ward. So the man will sit down there and start telling people, now this man I beat me. And you that is not there, people know him. It is more than you. That is his vicinity. Maybe he has a wife, he has a driver, he has a cook, he has mother, father. So you just talking with about 16 to 30 something votes all around him. To say, yeah, for fear people now, for my word, that man, one of the one go for that, he beat me. If people, you know, politics of Calumny now comes in. People not believing him. You say, now this man, now beat this our leader here, now beat her. If not, I forget her now. They start voting against you, even not knowing the other person, just because that person has shouted. But if they see you in the leader's house 1 or 2 times, when you come to settle and he talks to you people to say, we'll be fighting, now we'll not fight again, we'll be in some political WhatsApp forum I belong to, during the first APC primaries, I noticed the people of my very good friend, the deputy.
Current deputy.
Current deputy.
Philip Shaibu.
No, Denko.
Ogudenko, okay.
His friends were abusing Abakome's people. They were shouting. And I wrote to him, I said, same party, you're already insulting yourself. What are they settle tomorrow? Can you retrace all these things people are saying? And within a jiffy, now your person is not the deputy to the person you've been insulting. So they settled now. You are not the one selling the person you were insulting before. So you can see that there is settlement already. Already since there is settlement now, election will be more easier where there is settlement. Because you are not going to the field now with an injured bullet. Are you getting it now?
All right.
You are going to the field now with a loaded bazooka. Are you getting it now? So if also let's go to that of Labour, where our big brother is here to even show us his deputy. And we've said times that number, maybe the way it has come. If they can also settle the reef, because everywhere, the reason is the process. You know, I've said times that number here, but maybe people take it for granted. It is better to have a good primaries than to have a good election. If there was a good primaries and the process, you just see everybody call congratulations, they continue.
Yeah.
But by the time you don't say, who is Ebomo? Man, you are no politics, and to come speak English. He sits down there. He does not, no need, carry go, no need. Forgetting that he has church members. Forgetting, before he said he want to contest election, he's not alone. The people now see him, he has people under him. No matter how small, maybe he pays house rent, he's bad, people around him. And they see the way you said their leader is not a leader. They go to the street and start the campaign of calumny against you. If not money that is the same party, it has worked here before. When this present governor left APC, and some of his friends that was within the party worked against the party, even supported PDP internally. Are you getting it now?
Yes.
So also the farmer in this last election that we just passed now, you saw that even PDP people were working for APC because the primaries was being favored them.
Okay.
So we must try to see how, though it's also hard to settle. The reason why it's hard to settle is that two of us was pursuing the same thing. So Nigeria mentality is, since two of us, you say I should not get it. Nobody will get it.
All right, thank you. But we're going to have the last statement on this particular discussion. Should you expect more campaign of calumny, or it will just fizzle out?
It won't fizzle out. It will continue.
It's
going to go up till the elections. After the elections, then of course it will drop.
All right.
I mean, that is it. So people who are on the streets should learn how to sift. I remember when the current president was running, we had all the stories of Bulaba, Bala Blue.
Yeah.
Right now, he doesn't seem to be saying Bulaba, Bala Blue. He's not to be speaking. So you now ask yourself, okay, where did they get Bulaba,
Bala Blue? Okay.
Troubles after elections, it looks as if everything becomes normal. And all of that.
All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. Well, you've heard them. Yes, calumny is like, an art in politics. For what they opine, they say they just can't stop now. It's going to go up until the election. After that, it will come down. So if you're a candidate, brace up, because you're going to hear a lot, both the truth and the lies against you and your party. Don't let it get to you. Stay focused. Happy Easter. Bye for now.